Social skills are one of the most important contributing factors to success. This isn't something you want to gain just to improve your personal relationships. Social skills contribute to a variety of other aspects of life, including your health, profession, love relationships, education, and more. So here are 12 social skills you need to develop in order to improve your life. Number 1. Making eye contact. Your phone is always there, tempting you to look away from the person you're engaging with. However, if you want to give your social skills a boost, making sustained eye contact with someone while you're talking is a good place to start. It's a sign of respect and consideration to make solid eye contact during conversations, says psychologist Carla Marie Manley, who calls it simply inappropriate to give your attention to a device while someone is speaking to you. Number 2. Reading body language. People won't always explicitly express what they want in a given situation, so it's crucial that you know how to read body language cues and respond accordingly. Social cues are often indirect indicators of what someone is needing in a social interaction. For instance, if someone you're talking to is starting to look around the room, this is an indicator that they may be bored and it is time to wrap up the story. Number 3. Optimism. Now you're thinking, wait, this isn't a social skill. In reality, optimism can work for personal, social, and several other areas of life. Positivity works like a magnet that attracts any and all. People are naturally drawn towards positivity and optimism because the attitude makes them feel great about themselves as well as life. Clearly, the opposite can be said for negative people. Think about a coworker or friend who is always upbeat and energetic with an unwavering smile on her face. Now think about another person who does exactly the opposite, complaining about the work, complaining about the people around, backbiting, and occasionally snapping at you as a consequence of a bad mood. Which coworker or friend's company would you prefer? How to foster it? Positivity and negativity derive from thoughts, which eventually become feelings and then turn into actions or behavior. Number 4. Compassion. The feeling of compassion is defined as a deep awareness of the suffering of another coupled with a wish to relieve it. This is another social skill that allows you to naturally feel for others and have a deep desire to help them out. How to foster it? To learn compassion, you need to carefully listen when someone tells you about a problem or a suffering of another. Try to relate the problem they describe to a similar situation you once had. Next, try to find ways you can help, either by pointing out your own solutions to a previous similar problem or suggesting something new. Number 5. Politeness. Mannerism or politeness is a trait your teachers, parents, or the society may have taught since the day you were born. This is exactly why you say at the back of line when someone is in front of you, or act differently at a funeral as compared to the way you would at a party. Clearly, this attribute can be learned. Making an extra effort to be polite shouldn't be too difficult if you are careful about what you say before you say it. Think twice about your words before you say them and always avoid negative emotions or words. Number 6. Introducing yourself to a stranger. It can feel like you're going out on a limb when you introduce yourself to new people, but knowing how to do so with confidence can open up your social horizons in no time. It's key that people know how to introduce themselves, engage in small talk, and build a connection with new people. This can make the difference in getting the job, going on the date, and landing the next opportunity. Number 7. Passions. Most of the daily nuisances we face are in some way or the other related to people. Got stuck in traffic? There could be too many people in the cars or the city. The internet won't work? It could be due to a fault at the main server, which eventually a bunch of people need to fix. Human error is natural, but it doesn't mean that you find someone to place the blame on. Patience is a skill, and very much a social skill. Instead of playing the blame game, practice patience by using meditative techniques. Before exploding into a fit of anger, take a few seconds to think about what is making you so mad. After identifying the trigger, take deep slow breaths one at a time. Close your eyes while you do this and count to 10. Number 8. Listen. Successful people are not just great talkers. They are also great listeners who give equal importance to what the other has to say. Without the ability to listen carefully, you won't be able to learn, exchange information, or understand the constructive criticism. Number 9. Responsibility. It's easy to shrug off a problem and say, I don't know, it wasn't me. Successful people own their problems and mistakes, take responsibility for their own actions, even if it wasn't direct liability, and work towards betterment. Own your actions by first realizing what you are directly responsible for. This could be your homework, housework, a job, bills, taxes, trash, and more. Once you have accepted this as your responsibility, admit your fault at every failing. Finally, own it by correcting your mistake. Number 10. Forgiveness. To make peace with the pain can be tricky at times. However, successful people try not to take things to the heart. Bearing grudges not only increases stress, which is harmful to health, but also reduces unforeseen opportunities for possible gains through the relationship. How to foster it? Have you ever been in a similar situation where you were unjust to someone important to you? Imagine how you would feel if they hadn't forgiven you for it. It didn't make them weak, but rather strong, right? This is exactly why you also need to learn to forgive others. Number 11. Show respect for others. No matter your position in business or in life, showing respect is the ultimate sign of regard. When you respect someone, you are showing you care, admire, and honor their position. Never feel as though you are better than anyone else or that your experience or knowledge is above others. Staying humble while being mindful is a great social skill to possess. Number 12. Be human. After all, it's what makes you unique. Oscar Wilde said, be yourself, everyone else is taken. Bask in the glory of being you and know that no one can be better at it than you. People like you for you, and you do not need to be or act like anyone else. That doesn't mean you should be brash, arrogant, and unwilling to compromise. Continue to be flexible, happy, and positive. Be the best you possible, and people will want to be around you and share you with the world. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, be sure to subscribe.